As a 16-year public educator, I know what it's like to be in the trenches. I know the frustration, the overwhelm, the discouragement, and the hard work. I also know the successes. The mission of my blog is simple: to help you find your more. More time, more from technology, more student engagement, and more hope.
Hey everybody, and welcome to day one of Techmas. I'm your happy host, Suzy Lolley. By day, I'm a technology trainer, but this is my weekend, and I just love tech tips so much that I wanted to get together with some people who, maybe your planning period is sucked up at school every day, but you really wanted some tech tips just in time for Christmas when you maybe have a couple weeks to play. So this video is going to be very short. It's just going to be the introduction to what we're talking about today, because I want to do a screen share and walk you through everything you can do to write and draw paperlessly with Office Online. And if you're saying, you know what, Suzy, I'm a Google district, or maybe your school doesn't subscribe to any kind of technology, what I'm going to show you, as long as you have internet, you can get it for you and your students free. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to start a screen share. Stay tuned. So here I am back with part 2 of day 1. A little awkward, I know, but there's the live part. I wanted you to see who I was. And then now I want to go into showing you some amazing free resources you can get and how you can use them to draw and write paperlessly. So let's start with Office Online. If you're a teacher, all you need is a school email account to be able to get Office 365 for you and your students free. Now, of course, if your district wants to purchase it, there is a fee for that because it comes with a lot of management features. But if you just want it as a teacher for you and your students, if you'll go to products.office.com, I'll put the full address here in the link bar, but you can get Office 365 for free. You just enter your school email address and they'll validate that, and then you've got the product for free. So I'm going to go ahead again and put that link right here in the comments. Once you've got Office, you've got a lot of different products, and I'm going to show you a few that I use for drawing and writing. I use OneNote Online a lot for drawing and writing, and I use Word a lot for drawing and writing. I'm also going to show you in this video today a couple of other tricks, such as the Windows 10 screenwriting tools. So let's go ahead and dive in with Word Online. I'm logged into one of my Word accounts, and I'm just going to go into a blank document here. And we'll wait for that to load just for a minute. Hope you guys are having a good Christmas season so far. As that loads, with Word Online, you're a little limited to what you can draw, and I'm really going to put draw in quotes because it's more highlighting than drawing in the online version. So I'm going to type something right here. I wish you would buy me a hippopotamus for Christmas. I really would. If anybody wants to buy me one, I would love to have one. In Word Online, I have my highlighter tools. So if you're needing students just to highlight for you, they can accomplish that by going to Word Online, picking the word they want to highlight and doing that. And they do have several different colors, but that's kind of womp womp to me. If I want students to be able to write, say I'm a math teacher and I want students to be able to work out math problems for me on a worksheet, I need really a lot more than what this can do. So I'm going to do this trick. Up in the gray toolbar, you will see the words Edit in Word. I'm going to click to Edit in Word. It's going to open. I see a lot of teachers and students click this box. You click this box if you have trouble opening the real Word, okay? But Word is open for me. And with Word, I have some toolbars here. And one of the toolbars I have is my drawing toolbar. So I'm just going to click over to that. Here's my same document. But let's say again that I needed to do some math problems or something. I need to do more than just what a highlighter would do. Depending on if you have touchscreen devices or if you don't, so phones would qualify as touchscreen, you might need to activate this little feature that says Draw with Touch, okay? And then you've got tons of pens over here. You can do Add Pen to add different shapes, to add different sizes, different colors. I love colors, but why not a rainbow pen, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and do my rainbow pen, okay? And I'm going to do this really hard word problem or math problem, 2 + 2 = 4. You also have tools here like Ink to Shape or Ink to Math. But as far as drawing goes, if you'll just hit that draw toolbar, and again, draw with touch or not, it is a little more awkward with a mouse, but students, you'd be surprised what they can do. I remember my brothers using Microsoft Paint when that was first came out, and they could draw these incredible things with a mouse. So it can be done. Maybe we teachers struggle with that. So drawing with touch, drawing without, but you can do that in Word. What's a practical use of this? Say that you have a document you need to sign, you know, your employee contract comes out, a leave form, something like that. You can open that into Word, and I'm going to show you a trick for opening PDF into Word in just a minute. But you can open that into Word, and you can sign using this drawing toolbar. Then you have a real signature. It does count legally, and you can send that back to whomever needs it. So what's the trick I just said if you need to open a PDF? Well, here it is. I'm going to go to File, Open. And when I go to that document, or when I go to that menu, I'm not going to get right here everything I need. I'm going to go to the word Browse, okay, because I'm going to need to be able to select a different type of menu to open. We'll let that load just for a minute. I'm going to go to some old 8th grade stuff I have here and try to find us a PDF, okay? I'm going to let that file load, and you want to go ahead and drop this menu down. Instead of all files, you want to choose PDF files, okay? What we're doing is we're allowing a PDF to open in Word so we can write on it, okay? When I clicked PDF files, I have some out to the side. Now, y'all, haven't used these in forever. I teach teachers now. But when I click this PDF and I click Open, the first time you do that, you're going to get a little pop-up box that'll say, hey, we're about to make this editable. Is that what you want to do? Well, that is what we want to do. That's why we're doing this trick in the first place. So I'm in Word, but I'm opening a PDF. Let's see what happens. We'll give it just a minute. Okay, what it does is it opens so that now it's in Word. If these were images, they don't convert as well as they should. But if it were text, which some of this is, it will actually let you edit the text. But now what can I do? I can go back to my drawing toolbar, pick up my pen, and write whatever it is I need to write. So you can highlight in Word Online, but you can draw in Word even on PDFs. Okay, so that's my first little hack for writing and drawing in Word. Isn't that so cool? I'm not going to save any of that, and let me clear out so there's not so much for you to look at here. It's going to get a little bit chaotic. Okay, the second place that you can write or draw is in OneNote. And y'all, I've always said for the last several years that I'm on the OneNote love boat. If you haven't met OneNote, it's the unsung hero of the Office suite. It is basically a digital 3-ring binder. Now, I, as an 11th, and I taught 8th through 12th grade. The only one I didn't teach was 10th in that little span. But I carried home huge binders. I mean, fat 3-inch binders with all my materials in them. And if I had had OneNote, I could have done all the same things I needed to do without breaking my back and carrying this heavy crate that, of course, I would drop on the way to my car. So I'm going to tap on OneNote. And when I do, again, I'm back just in my Office 365, which you can get totally free, that account. I'm going to go into OneNote, and I'm going to open a notebook I already had. Now, if you didn't, let me toggle back here just for a minute. You can always start any kind of new Office document in OneDrive. So if you go to OneDrive, think of OneDrive as a giant flash. You can't fill it up, you can't lose it, you can't break it, okay? So when you get to your giant flash drive, you can always do plus new up here, and you can create whatever document, including a OneNote notebook. I don't want to create another notebook because I teach teachers. I have so many notebooks shared with me that I just really don't want to, create anymore. So I'm going to go into a notebook that I use for random things at the house, recipes or things like that. I'm going to open this notebook, and again, we're talking about, you can see about drawing. So I'm not really going to talk too much about OneNote, what OneNote can do, but maybe another day. You will see that I have a drawing toolbar online that I did not have in Word Online. And I can, again, choose different pens or highlighters. That you can tell I'm a Georgia girl because I said pens, highlighters. I can choose different colors over here. Of course, I'm going to choose a fun one. And I can do my same writing online that I was having to do in the full version of Word. So there's a bonus in OneNote, okay? Also, you can open in OneNote if you need them to be able to write on a document. And I say they, I should be more precise, your students. If you need students to be able to write on a document, it's oftentimes a lot easier if they will open the document that you've shared with them in OneNote, and then it's the same process. They go to the drawing toolbar, they select their pen, and they can draw. It sometimes just seems to not shift around. If I'm drawing on a blank page, almost like a whiteboard like I just did just here, then I don't have to worry so much about if I'm using the online or the full version. But if you're going to, want your if you're going to want your documentation to be more precise and students can write in certain blanks in certain places, circle certain things, then you're going to maybe want to use the full version, okay? As promised, I'm going to show you something else that comes with any Windows 10 machine. So I'm going to get out of Office now. because this is Windows 10 based. And you'll find it down here on your taskbar. I never knew, honestly, before I started training, I never knew the name of this thing down here, but the black bar that has a clock on it is your taskbar. And when you're on your taskbar, you're going to look right here for a little pen with a swirly. If you don't have that, you can right click on your taskbar and you can check the box that says show Windows Ink Workspace. Okay, so I'm now going to open the Windows Ink Workspace. And again, this is a feature of Windows 10. So if you have a machine that can run Windows, not a Chromebook, unfortunately, but if you have a machine that can run full software, then you are able to upgrade and get this. And you'll see 3 features here. You've got sticky notes built in, you've got Sketchpad, and you've got Screen Sketch. Let me show you quickly Screen Sketch. What it does is it takes a picture of exactly what's on my screen right now. So when I click that, I've now got a screenshot. And then I've got these pens up here at the top, again, different thickness, different colors that I can select, and I can highlight things, like if I were going to show you where to put your email address. So if you just need a quick annotated screenshot that you can then share or save, you've got sharing and saving options up here, then use that Windows Ink Workspace. I'm going to close out of that. If you needed just a whiteboard, you can go back to that Windows Ink Workspace, and there's also a tool called Sketchpad here. And this is not my drawing. Someone is much more artistic than me. But you can go in and you can start a new workspace, which I'm having a hard time doing right this minute. So I can erase all that. I don't want to erase this person's beautiful drawings. I must have left my computer unlocked. But you can come in here and you can draw and then capture that, copy it, save it. So if you just need more of a whiteboard feature, then you've got, again, Sketchpad. And all those are found under the Windows Ink Workspace. Sticky notes is not as much of a drawing feature, so I'm not going to highlight that in our video. You know, let's start with let's end with probably what I should have started with. So let's end with what I should have started with, which is, why would you want to draw? Well, I have several reasons written down for you, and I don't want to miss any, so I'm going to say them. First of all, you know that tactile connection, the hand to pen, is going to connect with your brain in a way that typing never could. So it improves your memory. It allows you, like I said, to sign documents. Also, you can mark up or annotate anywhere. If you're a technology professional like I am, you probably know all the tricks anyway. But if you're someone who just needs to send your students or your parents information about how to mark up a document or how to do something, maybe they're having a hard time finding something on your website or in your LMS, then you can draw right anywhere. Use that screen annotation. Take a picture and draw on top of it in Word or in OneNote. You have all of those. It brings joy. If you're a color person like I am, I love Pinterest. I love colors. My husband one time said he'd lost his wife to Pinterest, but we're back together. Don't worry. It's our 13-year anniversary on Monday. So if you love just the joy of multiple colors and multiple pens, and that brings pleasure to you, you can draw or write, and it will, again, improve your memory and bring that tactile connection. And then if you're someone who struggles with organization like I do, and you need the color coding, that sounded funny. It's like going to the Walmart. If you need that feature just to help you get your materials organized, then you've got all those pens available to you. So I want to end with this, friends. This is Techmas, so it's like Christmas. So I want to end with a special treat for you, which is the recipe for my coffee punch. Now, if you don't like coffee, which I don't, I'll be honest, I don't like tiramisu. I don't like anything that even leaves, you know, even the Starbucks. Like, my husband will give me a sip of his every once in a while, like his, I was about to say the name of a coffee shop, his mocha java, whatever it is that has lots of chocolate in it. I don't even like that because it's so coffee-ish. But if you like or don't like coffee, but you do like sugar and fat, let me share a recipe with you. And every day of Techmas, I'm going to be sharing a different little Christmas tip. So I want to start with telling you that you need, we're going to make a double batch. Of course we are, because this is going to be so good. I always invite a bunch of friends and they are almost licking the bowl, right? Anna and Jamie, who are tuned in now. The coffee punch is so good. So I want you to get a quart each of half and half and heavy whipping cream. I know that's a bad way to start any kind of a health recipe. Then in your coffee maker, I want you to brew half a pot, which in mine is 6 cups. Brew half a pot of strong coffee. I go and get the dark roast. It does not matter where you get it from. Mine's just Aldi brand. But I get the dark roast, and I'm going to brew 6 cups of coffee in the coffee pot. Again, I use probably, I not only use the dark roast, but I also fill up the filter about halfway. as if I were going to make a full pot, and I'm only making half. Once the, and you're going to hear doggies, y'all, because I do have 3. Once you've got the coffee brewed and take it off of the pot, I just stir a half a cup of sugar right into that, okay? Now for a double batch, you're going to stir a cup of sugar, and you might go. So I would probably go ahead, if you're going to do a double batch, and brew a little bit more coffee, maybe 8 cups to that 1 cup of sugar, okay? You're going to mix all that up. You're going to add it to your heavy whipping cream and to your half and half in the bowl. And then here's the grand finale. You top all of that with a half gallon of your favorite vanilla ice cream. You could use coffee ice cream, but then it wouldn't be my recipe. But I use, you know, a good quality like vanilla where you can see the vanilla beans. It's just so good. And another tip, I should have said this earlier, is if you put the ice cream in first with the whipping cream and the half and half, and then you pour the coffee on top of the ice cream, it kind of melts it down and makes it good and delicious. So I hope you enjoyed Techmas. I hope you enjoyed Christmas. Have a great holiday. Take care, everybody.
Hey guys, I put my heart into these videos, so I hope you loved it. I hope you've loved all of them, but if you haven't, then make sure you go back and watch the previous videos. I'm making playlists for you all the time. So if you're somebody who wants time savers, there's a playlist for that. If you want to gamify, playlist for that. And all of my themes of my blog. So did you like it? Go ahead and click the thumb below. If you really liked it, I'd love if you shared it on your favorite social media channel. I'm at Suzy Lolley on Twitter. And then finally, my very favorite is if you subscribe. Subscribe to YouTube and subscribe on the blog. Take care.